One. Hey everybody, good morning. Nice to see you again.
Morning, teacher.
All right, so this is day 3, museum tour day 3. We're going to look at the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. Everybody, I hope that you have your worksheet. Should say museum tour day 3 and should have all this good stuff. I hope that everybody filled out their stuff up here, put your Korean name, your English name, all that good stuff. You should have already looked at this part. And so we're going to open it up and we're going to take a look at some things inside, of course. So let's get started here, everybody. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's think about some things. So can you guess these simple facts about the Smithsonian Museum of Air and Space? Let's take a look at a few of these. The first one, we have the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum is in what place? New York, Los Angeles, or Washington, D.C.? Do you know? Aaron.
Washington, D.C.
Aaron, big brain. I love it. Yes, very good. Yes, it's Washington, D.C. That's exactly right. Of course, we should remember that from day 1, right, everybody? All right, so let's keep on going with the next one. This museum cannot teach us about pilots, astronauts, or dinosaurs. Who can help me with this one? Michelle.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's right, dinosaurs. We already learned about dinosaurs, didn't we? Wasn't that day 1 too, everybody? A lot of day 1 questions here. Didn't expect that, did you? All right, so the next one, I think our last one. Who invented the airplane? Can you guess? Was it the Wright brothers, Amelia Earhart, or Moon Jae-in? Was it him? Everybody, is there somebody who can help me with this one? Let's see. Aaron, teacher again?
The Wright brothers.
The Wright brothers. You are right. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yes, it is the Wright brothers, of course, not the other ones. All right, let's keep on going. Let's take a look at these new words. Let's do a little listen and repeat, okay, everybody? So the first one, everyone, is land.
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 Ooh, wonderful, very good. This one is land. I think you can get that one. The next one is pilot.
Pilot.
Very, very good. Thank you so much. The next one is equipment.
Equipment.
Very good. Very, very strong voices there. Our next one is thrust.
Thrust.
Yeah, good job, everybody. The next one is astronaut.
Astronaut.
Easy one, right? Easy. Astronaut. Next, we have jet engine.
Jet engine.
Not much difference between the Korean and the English there, everybody. Very good. Next, we have landing gear.
Landing
gear. Very good. Landing gear. Good job. This one is lift.
Lift.
Lift. Good job. Good job. This one is tube.
Tube.
Yeah, very good. Good pronunciation. And this one is gravity.
Gravity.
Good job. All right, so everybody, let's go ahead and get started. I hope that you also wrote down the Korean words on this page, right? If not, this is a video. You can rewind, no problem. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We should be on these pages now. We're telling the story of this place. All right, so Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. Number 1 here. Number 1 is the location. The Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum is in. Who can help me with this one? You know the answer to this one, right? Aaron, teacher, you are on fire.
Washington, D.C.
Yes, it is Washington, D.C. There we go. Very, very good. Thank you so much. It's in Washington, D.C. It is the most visited museum in the whole country.
Wow.
And so let's take a look at this next one here. Number 2, the collections. Don't miss the Wright Flyer of 1903. The Wright Flyer of 1903 is the first powered airplane. And you might learn some more about that later on also. Let's see, more collections here I have. So this one is the Blackbird. The Blackbird is the world's fastest jet-propelled aircraft. I have something else about the Blackbird. Let's see, can I get somebody to read this part for me? Victoria, teacher, thank you so much. Will you
The
read this one for me,
Blackbird-
please?
Which one?
The
The Blackbird has
the
broken many
Blackbird
world
has-
records for the world's fastest jet propelled aircraft.
Okay, yeah, the Blackbird has broken many world records for speed. Yes, yes. All right, very good. So the next one we have is the Apollo 2. Let's do a reading for this one, actually. Ben, can I ask you to read this one for me?
The Apollo 11 was the spaceship that first visited the moon.
Yes, the Apollo 11. My apologies. It looks like a 2, doesn't it? So the Apollo 11 was the spaceship that first visited the moon. And something interesting to know is the one in the Apollo 11. Pretty interesting to think about. More advanced than a spaceship. The next one we have is the Mercury Friendship 7. Will someone read this one for me? Any volunteers? Yes, Tess, will you read that one?
The Mercury Friendship 7 took the first American into space.
Yeah, so of course the museum is in America, so of course they want to point out some things like the Friendship 7 took the first American into space. Another fun fact is the Mercury Friendship 7 didn't just go up and come back down. Let's see our next thing. These are some things you can do inside of the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. So they have a giant IMAX theater where you can watch flight and space documentaries in the Smithsonian IMAX. And you can also get some souvenirs. So you can visit the gift shop for a model airplane or some space food. So you can see they've got all kinds of interesting stuff. They've got shirts. They've even got things that you can eat that they ate in the space and stuff like that. So how do airplanes fly? Well, let's do this one together, actually. So this one creates lift to help the plane get off the ground. Who can help me out with the answer for this one? Michelle, will you help me out?
Wings.
Yeah, so that is wings. Wings create lift to help the plane get off the ground. Very good. These are some of the words that we were learning at the beginning, right? And that one's an easy one. That's a really easy one. So this controls where the airplane goes from the flight. This person controls it. Now, what kind of person is
Pilots.
this? Aaron? Yeah, pilots. Pilots control where the airplane goes from the flight deck. Exactly. Very, very good. So this one, these provide thrust to make the plane move forward. Anybody help me out with this one? Aaron again. All right, Aaron, can you do it?
Engine.
Yeah, it is the engines. This one is the jet engines. Very, very good. Thank you so much. Our next one, this helps the plane land safely on the ground. Who can help me out with this? Okay, Tess.
Landing gear.
Yeah, that's right. These guys right here, it's the landing gear that helps the plane land safely on the ground. And hey, did you know? Actually, any airplane captain has the permission to arrest criminals on board. So watch out. Don't do crimes in the skies. All right, so here's some things about living in space too, okay, everybody? So number one, there's very little of this thing in space. Can anyone guess? What is this thing in space? There's very little of, yes, Michelle.
Gravity.
Very good. There's very little gravity in space, so objects can do what? What can the objects do? What is this dog doing? Yes, Tess?
Float.
They float around, exactly. So objects can float around all over the place, exactly. So be careful if you ever go into space for that. Astronauts have to use special something. Do you remember this word? What was this? Does anyone remember? They use special, Aaron?
Equipment.
That's the one, equipment. Good brain on Aaron once again. So yes, they have special equipment to shower and exercise and even use the bathroom in space. They have all kinds of weird stuff just like he's got there. And let's take a look here. Astronauts used to eat food out of these things. What are they? Who can tell me?
Tubes.
Tess. Yeah, tubes. That's exactly it. Those are just some tubes. So they used to eat food out of tubes that looked like toothpaste. But now these days they can eat normal foods like you can see here. So they can eat fruits, pasta, some things that we eat here also. Also, did you know this one? This is what astronauts used to eat in the 1970s. It looked like this, very strange looking food, but you can actually buy some of these things in the gift shop, what we were talking about earlier, you know? Okay, very, very good. Everyone, let's do some comprehension. So that's on this page here. We're going to do some matching and some fill in the blank, everybody, very quickly. So let's see, everybody, you can just tell me the answer. Number one, they create lift to help the plane get off the ground. This one is?
Wings.
Wings. Very good. Okay, you got it. Number four, that's right. We can do 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can just show me 1, 2, 3, or 4 for these ones. Number two, they control where the plane goes from the flight deck. Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? I'm seeing a lot of B, a lot of peace, a lot of number 2. Pilots, yes, very good. So they're the ones that control where the plane goes. Number 3, they provide thrust to make the plane move forward. What one is that? I'm Aaron teacher, very sharp. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yes, it's number 3. That's the jet engines. That means there's only one answer for this one, right? It helps the plane land safely on the ground. I see it. 1, 1, 1. There it is. Landing gear. Very, very good, everybody. Let's go to the next part really quickly. Let's fill in the words. We have equipment, tubes, astronauts, or gravity. So there is very little this in space. What is it?
Gravity.
Gravity. Yes, it is. All right. So this one sometimes spend weeks or even months in space. Who is it?
Astronauts.
Astronauts. Very good. Astronauts spend weeks or months in space. Sometimes astronauts have to use special what?
Equipment.
Equipment to shower and exercise. Very, very good. And last one, easy one, but they can eat many types of food, such as fruit and chicken, instead of food in
Tubes.
Tubes. You don't want to eat out of tubes anymore. Let's just eat apples, can we? And everyone, the last thing I want to tell you about today is we've got this thing on the back, being a little creative, my planet report. So if I discovered a planet, you can think, if you discovered a planet, if I discovered a planet, it would look like this. And so for this one, you can make your own style of planet. So you can make it look like whatever you want, maybe like this, maybe it has a ring around it like this, but don't just do the planet. You want to do some other things. Maybe you want to put a spaceship on there. Maybe some astronauts are visiting or some regular people at, yeah, of course, not just people. Maybe some aliens live on your place, right? And it says, I would name it, blah, blah, blah. You can give your own planet its own name, something strange, right? Like Zebos, I guess, whatever. You can write whatever you want in there. And you can write New Korea, that's fine, whatever you want. And so here are some things you can fill out. It is how many miles away? How far away is it? So you can write anything here like 5 million miles away. You can write it's really close. 300 miles away, whatever you like. There are a lot of something here. So I picked trees. There are a lot of trees on my planet, Matthew teacher's planet, but there are no monkeys, right? So I don't want monkeys on my planet, okay? But even though there are a lot of trees, there are no monkeys on mine. You can say there are no something else, no mountains, no something. The weather is always, so pick a weather, sunny, rainy, windy. I thought my planet would be snowy all the time. I really like snow, right? So think about the things that are on your planet or not. So I've got trees, I've got snow. When people come here on vacation, they will walk through the forests where I've got trees, right? And they'll go sledding in the snow because it's always snowy. Or you can say anything you like here, of course, too. And so everybody, that is the end of our little day 3 museum tour of National Air and Space Museum. And everybody, next, I hope you enjoy your crafts. And that's going to be the end of this week with our summer camp. So everybody, thank you very much. And I will see you again for the next camp. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Hi, teacher.